Hello, my name is Kydra Mayhew, and I am going to be giving you your international news for June 11th, 2014. Recently, a woman in Syria has been finally released from her home after being nearly trapped in her house for 7 days due to a blockade from the Syrian rebel militia. The government created the blockade in order to starve the rebels out. However, they disregarded the civilians trapped in their homes. Zinat Akas has escaped after 2 years of reading books and eating plants within her home. Also, the Brazilian president, Dilma Rousseff, says in a statement earlier today that her country is ready for the big kickoff on Thursday. In her TV address, she claimed that the pessimists have been defeated by the determination of the Brazilian people. She also rejected criticism of overspending, stating that the tournament would leave a legacy of infrastructure. This statement comes after almost a year of fierce protesting against the government overspending due to FIFA. She rejected criticism of overspending, saying that the tournament would leave a lasting legacy. Ford Motor Corporation and the H.J. Heinz Co. are teaming up on an interesting research project where they believe they can turn tomato skins into parts for vehicles. Scientists at both companies are sure they can use tomato fibers to manufacture materials used for wiring brackets or storage bins in cars instead of petroleum-based plastics. Ford says it began working with Heinz as well as other big-name companies to recycle the leftover parts of almost 2 million tons of tomatoes it uses for products every year. The companies say that the technology still needs to be refined before the project is pursued. We'll be right. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Grant, bringing you your national news. 2 inmates have escaped from the Quebec detention center using a helicopter. Quebec Premier Philippe Couillard claims 2 escapes by helicopter in Quebec is not acceptable. 2 is too many, he has said. Couillard has asked for answers from municipal police. Quebec has quite a history of jailbreaks using helicopters. A similar escape from Saint Jerome Detention Center happened in March 2013. Why Tim Hudak isn't walking away from the Ontario election is our next issue. Some have questioned why Tim Hudak is not going to be able to walk away with the next provincial election. Hudak has a good chance as Liberal leader Kathleen Wynne to win the next government, whether it be a minority or a majority. Instead, Hudak came out strong early on in the campaign, promising to create 1 million jobs over 8 years and cut the public sector workforce by 100,000. Finally, Justin Trudeau, leader of the Liberal Party, claims that women's rights, like the decision to end pregnancy, is not up to the House of Commons and Senate featuring mostly male legislators. Trudeau said that the right to have an abortion belongs to the woman who is pregnant. It is not for a room full of predominantly male legislators to take away those rights for women, Trudeau says, leaving this decision in the hands of women. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
And I'm Erin Taylor with Business Report. The Canadian dollar was ahead 0.28 of a cent to 91.99 cents US yesterday, as it expected to continue to rise today. The Canadian dollar will have some direction as gold and oil continue to rise in value. However, it is not moving at a desirable pace. If you look at the economic data right now, Canada is definitely, I don't know if you want to say slowing down, but not at a growing pace we want to see. I think our loonie could possibly fall to the 90-cent mark going forward, said Alan Small, a senior advisor with Holland's Wealth. Oil has kept our loonie from falling below the 90 cents mark. And now we'll be back with a...
And now with local sports. The OHL announced on Monday that the Belleville Bulls forward Scott Simmons is the 2013-2014 recipient of the league's Dan Snyder Memorial Award as Humanitarian of the Year. Simmons has become the 5th member of the Bulls to receive this award. Simmons is seen as a role model by kids and adults in the Quinte region. Last month, Belleville's own Todd Crawford brought the U19 Team Canada floorball team over to Poland to compete in the World Championships. They spent 4 days in Prague, Czechoslovakia, where they had daily practices as well as lots of sightseeing. They spent 1 day in Berlin, Germany, before heading off to Babmoist, Poland, for the tournament. They played a total of 4 games, which they went 3-1 and claimed silver. Local girls who represented Belleville were C.J. Tipping, Raven Tobogadong, Hannah Wilson, and Ashley Bolter. And we'll be back after this commercial message.
Bringing you your national sports, the NBA Finals had its 3rd game as the Spurs traveled to Miami to take on the Heat. Kawhi Kawhi Leonard of San Antonio scored a career-high 29 points, and the Spurs made a finals record of 75.8% of their shots in the first half in a 111-92 victory over the Miami Heat on Tuesday night. That gave them a 2-1 series lead. Tonight in the hockey world, with the Stanley Cup in attendance, the Los Angeles Kings hope to lock up their second title in only 3 seasons tonight when they try to complete a sweep of the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. And now, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Good afternoon, this is Colin Monsell with your local weather report. Today we are currently experiencing a rainfall warning in the Quinte area, expecting 50 to 60 millimeters of rain and strong winds blowing from the southwest and a daily high of 17 degrees. Tomorrow, expect rain to continue to fall with a chance of thunderstorms and a high of 24 degrees. For this weekend, the sun will return with a mix of sun and cloud and highs ranging between 22 and 25 degrees. And for you boaters out there, expect to experience high humidity with the rain and strong winds coming from the east-southeast. On the weekend, expect the rain to clear up and the winds to die down, and we'll end the week off with the wind blowing from the southwest. You've been watching Trojan Television News. I'm Colin Monsell. You have a great afternoon.